back to Eyewitness News at noon. I'm meteorologist Jeff Smith with another look at the AccuWeather forecast on the heat and humidity. Going to be really building during the next several days. We have a heat advisory in effect through tomorrow for the city, through Friday for much of interior parts of New Jersey, where heat index values will be between 95 and 100 degrees. Super humid out there today, a little bit less humid tomorrow, and then super humid again on Friday. 82 right now in the city, 83 at Somerville, but check out the heat index values up in near the 90-degree mark already at Somerville, past 90 at Toms River. We're middle to upper 80s for the feels-like numbers in and around the city. And with all that humidity around, it doesn't take much for the atmosphere to produce a couple of showers and storms. We've had some thunderstorms ongoing over the east end of Long Island. We also have a couple of showers popping up north and west of New York City. These will probably become more widespread with the maximum heating of the day by the middle to latter part of the afternoon, maybe even organizing, consolidating into a little line as it approaches the New York City area by early this evening before weakening as it shifts off to the east. So humid out there. It could be a thunderstorm in any parts of the area today at any time during the afternoon hours. Hotter, just a tad less humid tomorrow, less active in terms of thunderstorms too. Steamy Friday with a spotty storm, and then more active this weekend with multiple rounds of storms, some of which could contain some drenching downpours. Much more in your AccuWeather 7-day forecast coming up. David?
Thank you, Jim. Well, after years of pointing the finger of blame at the country of Saudi Arabia, relatives and advocates of the victims of 9/11 hope to finally hold Saudi Arabia accountable for the attacks at a hearing in Lower Manhattan.
And that hearing could determine whether the country could face legal action for the attack, something that Saudi Arabia denies. Eyewitness News reporter Crystal Cranmore with more. She's in Lower Manhattan. Crystal?
Good afternoon. Well, both sides are dueling in court right now as to whether Saudi Arabia, the government, is accountable and legally responsible for the 9/11 attacks. And ultimately, Judge George Daniels will listen to the evidence and make that decision probably today. We'll see. But the families of victims of 9/11, represented by the grassroots organization 9/11 Justice, packed a federal courtroom today for a hearing on the evidence. This is the latest in a series of legal battles by 9/11 families to hold Saudi Arabia responsible. Now, today's arguments focus heavily on a Saudi national named Omar al-Bayoumi. Now, as seen in this 60 Minutes video, the families obtained a home video unsealed in federal court last month of al-Bayoumi allegedly casing the U.S. Capitol building in 1999, capturing a variety of shots, including shots of security, entrances, and exits. Now, the plaintiffs allege he acted as an agent of the Saudi government and provided logistical support to the two lead hijackers. Lawyers for the Saudi government said al-Bayoumi only had brief interactions with the hijackers and that the video of the Capitol was made way before the hijackers were given instructions on what to do. Now, for many of the 9/11 families in court today was the first time they heard key evidence and they're demanding swift justice.
Our country and our nation and our government has led us to believe that somehow 19 hijackers with no knowledge of English, no idea of Western culture, no money, and no idea of how to fly a plane somehow banded together to pull off the most devastating and consequential attack this nation has ever seen with no help from anybody. That simply isn't true.
Now, lawyers for the Saudi Arabian government did file a motion to dismiss this lawsuit. I'll be heading back into the courtroom to find out what exactly George Daniels decides, and we, of course, will keep you updated. That is the very latest here in Lower Manhattan. Crystal Cranmore, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Crystal.